Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. Today we are doing a Celtic Cross on, well, just simply a Celtic Cross on climate change and with just humanity in general being the querent, as it were. So, center, first position, Five of Stones, endurance. So I take that as a real positive card. Um, yeah, Gaia, planet Earth, has great endurance. Crossing, Two of Vessels, attraction. And so I'm using the Wildwood Tarot again. And so here we have the anthropomorphized figures. There's so much going on in the symbology of this card. So their arms form the diamond shape. From their fingers pour water into the two cups. And so they titled this card Attraction, and attraction is, the potential, above and beyond, romantic considerations. In any form of attraction also contains its opposite, which is opposition. So crossed by attraction, opposition, where we're at in the spectrum on that. So I did take clarifiers on that. And these three cards keep showing up in similar positions in all of the spreads. So the pole star, the wanderer, and the ace of arrows. So the pole star, our guiding light, how we navigate, how we order ourselves, and how we structure ourselves. The wanderer, the fool in the tarot deck. So very similar energy here. Again, new beginning, stepping out, taking a risk. And I so love this deck. So, Ace of Arrows, the breath of life, right? So these, again, are going to carry a similar, I think it was these three together in my very last reading. So it's a complete change, a complete reorientation in how we comprehend climate change and our relationship to it. And we're crossed. There's a greater and greater polarization happening throughout humanity, worldwide, especially in the United States. Behind us, I thought this was very interesting. Eight of Vessels, rebirth. And so I'm holding it so long. I love the artwork. This is again Will Worthington. Love all of his cards. Brilliant artist. So I thought that was kind of interesting that was showing up in the recent past. And when you're in the middle of something, it's hard to see the beginning. And so rebirth showing up in what's behind us, the recent past. I take that again as an optimistic message that, yes, this is the rebirth. That is what's happening. Um, but I took clarifiers on that too, and I thought this was very interesting. So the Four of Vessels, the Nine of Arrows, and the Shaman. So the Four of Vessels here, boredom. So this is the collective unconscious in that polarization. You know, these are the climate change deniers, and, you know, climate change, they just find the whole thing boring, and they are literally sitting it out and turning a blind eye. They're like, not real, don't care. Give me my cheeseburger, I'm gonna go drive around in my V8 truck that I don't need. And drink light beer. Yeah. Nine of Arrows, dedication. This is the light workers. These are the people who are woke. They are dedicated. This is the AOCs, the Greta Thunbergs, you know, all of the progressives out there, working, and they are dedicated. They are dedicated. You may not necessarily agree 100% with all of them, but they are so dedicated. Enough said on that. And then the shaman, yeah, so that's the mystics. That's the oracle readers like me, doing readings like this. There's, you know, all the oracle readers, even the ones, you know, they're out there doing very hopeful and helpful readings on Trump and his shenanigans. And, you know, they serve the public greatly by helping us stay calm, and that's something that we definitely need to do. So, yeah, this rebirth here, there we are, right there. There's humanity. Boom. The collective unconscious, checked out, not even paying attention. You know, the woke people, dedicated, very hardworking, and of course the mystics, and we are all on it too. So anyway, I'm liking this very, very much because it's a very, I'm loving the all of the optimism, and we're going in the right direction. We really are. It may not seem like it, but there's more on that to come here. In the near future, Page of Arrows, Ren, and Ren was also in the last reading. So Ren was sacred to the ancient druids, and was considered to be the guardian of the winter mysteries. But so they represent, you know, agility, wisdom, scholarship, study, guardianship. Maybe I said that one already. And there's actually a couple lines that I want to read out of the book on it. So the Page of Arrows, the Wren. Having fortitude through difficulties, daring and agility, determination, thinking the whole plan through. So that's what's coming at us. Oh, thank you, dear. Okay. We have Kitty Blessings walking across the Celtic Cross. I set a trap for her, a cardboard box, to see if she's going to fall for it, and she's not. Okay, instead she's going to come up here and try to knock the camera over. Chirp. Chirp. Look what I made for you. Yeah, look. No, I made you a box. She'll go sit in the box. She's a silly girl. Okay, back to the Wren. Okay, just some key keynote words. Watchfulness, mystery, determination, work, scholarship, wisdom, a vigilant guardian. below us, the joy, the three of vessels. And I do feel that. I feel that. I hope you guys all feel that. And so, again, loving that optimistic message that, you know, beneath it all, there is a sense of joy. I think there is a slow burning ember, a rekindling of hope coming back. Above us, the crowning energy, the King of Arrows, the Kingfisher. And this one I want to read on also because it's just, well, it's just intuitively there isn't anything that I can improve upon. So what I was mentioning before about those other tarot readers reading on the political issues that are, you know, helping keep us calm. Here's the Kingfisher. Finding a way through chaos by calm clarity. Being watchful. The need for good counsel. Discerning the truth of a situation. Finding an impartial standpoint. Being fair. An urge to buck the system on the more shadowing, but advice or counsel, a disciplined approach, precise information. So intelligence, strength, watchfulness, counseling, the ability to judge true from false. So that's what is crowning us here. If you know anything about kingfishers and how they play between air and water. Yeah, brilliant. Okay, here's where it starts to get real interesting. Inner influences. So you got to remember that this was the question was asked in such a way that, you know, so it's a reflection of how humanity is feeling about climate change here. So the internal influences, so the Guardian flew out. The Guardian flew out one direction, and these two other cards flew out the other direction. I wasn't going to take them because the Guardian, this landed face up, these landed face down. I thought there was actually more than two cards that flew out there, so I was like, I have too many cards. We'll take this one that's face up. So first, a little bit about this card. So the Guardian 15 in regular tarot, the Death card. In this deck, this image is the skeleton of the cave bear that cohabitated with Neanderthals. So Neanderthals are the first hominids to display, in the archaeological record anyway, what anthropologists consider cultural artifacts. Previous hominids before them were also tool makers, but they just made tools for tools. There wasn't any symbology. Where there's a lot of evidence with, so it appears that the Neanderthals had a very special relationship to these bears. It's like they traded seasons in the same caves, and I think in the wintertime they would even go into caves when the bears were in there sleeping, and they would go in and sleep also. So it was like, well, they're not going to wake up, the hell. Maybe they were generating heat. It was warm. But some other unique just tidbits, sidebar things about Neanderthals. Neanderthals invented cooking. They were the first to cook meat, and Neanderthal women well, who knows who put the first frozen piece of meat on a spear and stuck it in the fire to thaw it out so it was easier to chew. You know, that's basically my opinion. That's what I think happened. Why they started cooking meat. But Neanderthal women were the first ones to dig tuberous roots, and they were the ones who figured out how to boil water, and put vegetables in the water and make soup, or make that root something that could be eaten. Anyway, I digress. So, the bear is a guardian, and this relationship goes way, 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 way back in human history. So it's not similar to the death card, but energies, and I'm feeling like I'm blocked here on this channel. I got too sidetracked off into anthropology there. My apologies. So let me move on to the other two that flew out with it and see if that'll help bring the loop back. So, yeah, Two of Arrows, Injustice. Oh, I remember what it was. Yeah, so I think, so there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear wrapped up. Humanity, it's common among peoples to have, you know, a pretty healthy fear of death, be it conscious or unconscious. And yeah, really, then when you look with this, so the Two of Arrows, Injustice and transition. So we know, you know, we're scared. We're scared shitless. We're scared of death. We're scared that. So this is all of like the inner turmoil going on inside, the inner influences. Oh wow! And I just realized I just got another download on the pattern here with the 3 clarifiers on the 8 of Vessels. So the unconscious, right? This is the shadow side of the unconscious. They're turning a blind eye, but deep down inside they're scared really bad. I'm gonna try not to cuss. Keep the videos clean. Yeah, the Two of Arrows, Injustice. This is, you know, the icky gut feelings that are going on that all of the light workers are dealing with. And the mystics and the shaman, they're working on facilitating transition. Huh. In keeping with that theme, external influences, 6 of Stones, exploitation, straight up. That is cut and dry. There's no, no need to say any more. All right. Hopes and fears. 10 of Vessels, happiness. Yep, and again, hope for this to be our hopes and fears. I just don't think I need to say anything more on that. It is self-evident. The outcome card. The Queen of Stones, the bear. So, this is the skeleton of her mate. Or maybe her daddy. Big mother energy going on here. So, the outcome is, yeah, no, the divine feminine mother bear energy is coming. And I don't know of ever hearing of a mother bear losing. Dalai Lama, Western woman will save the world. Let's hope he's right. All right, then we took, and before I move on, bottom of the deck, the fox. Again, man, there's been nothing but fox energy, and I think my last 3 videos, a lot of fox energy. But, so remember, fox, wise, cunning, clever. Let's try to stay away from the sly side and lean into the fox's wisdom. So overall, yeah, it's I see it as a really optimistic reading. So, at the center of the issue, we have endurance. Crossing these, we're seeing this. It's a battle of the woke and the unwoke, and when are they? Everybody needs to realize that we have got to change. Hello. My offspring has entered. That's okay. It'll add to the video. Okay, yes, and then in our recent past, the rebirth happened. So, the 3 phases of, really the three stages, that 3 main levels of enlightenment that humanity is manifest at the moment. So, checked out, not thinking about it, dedicated, and dedicated. There's going to be a lot of struggle. There's been a lot of exploitation, but ultimately, I see victory. So, just after taking that all in and just kind of, taking a big deep breath, then I just asked for 3 cards from the Queen of the Moon Oracle, and they came out in this order. Resilience, yes. The Path. Peace. And again, just amazing artwork on these cards. I really love them. And at the bottom of the deck, growth. The moon, she smiles down upon us. Yes, she does. All right. Well, thanks for watching, everybody. I hope that you enjoyed this optimistic message. Please like, comment, and subscribe. If there's any other readers out there, I would love to hear your comments on any downloads that you got. And anyway, everybody, be well, meditate, and thanks for playing cards with me.